When I first dreamt of sailing the world, I imagined traveling to famous destinations like Hawaii and Tahiti, Sydney and the Galapagos. But now that we've been doing this for a while, I've come to realize how much I love discovering the hidden little corners of the globe, the places that few have heard of and that you won't find on anyone's bucket list. This week we discover a quaint little Greek fishing village. We swim in crystal clear waters under massive cliffs. We kayak to a monastery built to protect seafarers. And our daughter learns the important lesson of how to fend off a World War II era amphibious assault. Now, we're currently exploring the Greek island of Symi, and our goal this season is to sail across the entire Mediterranean to Spain, where we'll fly home to the States to have our baby, because, you know, Desiree is pregnant. But before any of that, we've got to sail across the Aegean, a route that'll take us against the prevailing winds for nearly 200 nautical miles. So as we wait for just the right weather window to begin this journey, we take the opportunity to head off the beaten path and to get to know this extremely beautiful island. Isabella, are you just being so silly? Are you like a little silly Billy today? Man, we had a great night here in this marina. The last marina was really beautiful, but just like so much motion and just so loud because it was in the middle of town. It was totally silent here and just totally still, which was great. So now we're gonna go walk into town, grab a little breakfast, do a little exploring, right, baby?
Calimera. What is this? Octopus or eel?
Wow.
Whoa.
I think it's an eel, buddy.
Yeah, I think its head is there. You did well today. Whoa, it's a big boy.
Yeah, this is why tying up to the dock is sometimes the most dangerous thing. I wonder if it was a storm that bashed it in or if it just sunk for some dumb reason, you know?
Yeah, solar panels are kind of floating.
Oh, whoa, you're right. It is floating. That's weird. Okay, buddy, what do we got here?
Got a huge breakfast spread. This beautiful spot. It's nice and shady.
Are you getting tired?
I'm like hitting my energy low. We
Yeah.
were walking by and I was just like teetering. I was like, I need to sit and eat.
Yeah, omelet. We got fresh juice, coffee, fresh bread, good stuff. And it's so pretty here. It's crazy. Okay, where does Symi fit in your like favorite places in Greece so far?
It's just like quiet. Everyone says hello. It's beautiful. I'm like, well, maybe we should live here.
Thank
Wow. What's going on, bud?
We're starting to have issues with our bilge pump again. You may remember that our washing machine just discharges directly into our bilge. And I've noticed recently that it runs way longer than it should. And then today it started running continuously, like it won't stop at all. I'm pretty sure it's just clogged, so I'm gonna bring the intake hose up out of the bilge and check it. I'm hoping it's just that this gunk was blocking the non-return valve from closing. There's such an elevation that like there's a lot of water pressure on this non-return valve, and so if there's something blocking it from closing, sure, the pump will pump up, but then it'll lose a bunch of water. So I'm just gonna clean this, reassemble it, and hope that that kind of does the trick. So this is where we find out just how simple this fix is gonna be. Man, I got more hoses coming down here than there's room for. All right, cross your fingers.
Does it look like it's going down at all?
No.
No,
it doesn't. Because this is a diaphragm pump, most likely it's the seals. Because basically there's a one-way valve before the diaphragm pump and there's a one-way valve after the diaphragm pump. And I bet you something's just clogging one or both of those seals. Okay, so I'm in the hole in the cockpit locker. This right here is the bilge pump. And with any luck, I think that all I need to do is undo this one fastener and I should have access to all the seals and I can just clean them up. Well, the good news is that, yeah, it was really simple to get to those seals. Bad news is they weren't clogged. So I don't really know what's going on there. I'm gonna see if I can see any cracks on this diaphragm, because that could be the other thing, is that there's a break in the seal with the diaphragm, but it's almost as if it's just failing to prime for some reason. So yeah, just put it back together, see what we can do. Okay, so I just put one of the seals back on, and when I went to like kind of let the flap move, it got hung up on something. And so I was like, what's going on there? You know, the flap wasn't moving freely. And I think what happened is I over tightened the fasteners, and that like distorted the seal a little bit because it's just a rubber thing. And so then like a corner of the flap was like hitting the housing of the pump. And so I just removed it and then put it back on and really tried not to over tighten it. And now the flap moves just fine, like really, really easily. And so I'm hoping that's it. I'm hoping that it was just getting hung up on the housing. So yeah, let's put this back together and see how it works. Okay, we are pumping water. The best thing to do here is just see if it happens again. If it doesn't happen again for a while, then I think it was probably that seal on the pump and I fixed it. If it happens again, then we know we have a problem.
Here we go, Stinky.
Desiree's cooking dinner, so I'm gonna take Isabella and Oso off of her hands, go on a little adventure.
Bye, Stinky. Bye, Osie.
This is definitely one of the funnier kayaking starts. You having fun with Dad? Taking in the view? Mwah. Well, we're just about to the beach, and the wind's starting to pick up directly behind us, which is great because I'm not even paddling and we're like cruising along. We're basically sailing, but it's gonna be a lot harder going back, which is no bueno, right? We gotta do it, baby. Adventure calls. Boy, it's slippery here. I gotta be careful. Hey, you. Are we parking the boat? Wow, that's a big stick, Bozy. Okay, let's go for a walk, baby. You excited? Wow, look at that, baby. That's one pretty view, huh? What do you think of the water, baby? Does it feel good? You did it. Good job. So I've been thinking a lot lately about just how much I have to be grateful for. I've got an awesome, healthy little daughter. I've got a super sexy wife. I've got a great little adventure buddy, and I've got a reliable, strong boat to see the world from. But honestly, something else that I'm grateful for is the fact that I haven't started to lose my hair, especially considering that male pattern baldness is a genetic condition that affects 2 out of every 3 guys by the time they're my age. So I'm super lucky that it hasn't happened to me yet, but if it ever does, I'm prepared because I've got the sponsor of today's video, Keeps. Keeps can hook you up with professional care for hair loss from the comfort of your own home. So you never need to go to a doctor's office or a pharmacy. The products that they'll send you will come right to your door. You just need to fill out an online consultation that will match you with a provider who will tailor a treatment plan, if medically appropriate, to address your hair loss concerns. So whether you're looking to prevent hair loss, stimulate hair growth, or just take better care of the hair that you have, Keeps has you covered. So thanks to Keeps for sponsoring this video and for the free product. Make sure you head on over to keeps.com/sailingprojectatticus to get your special offer. Individual results may vary. Okay, so we are underway and we're not going very far today. We're going to an anchorage just around the corner, and it's supposed to be one of the most epic anchorages in like the entire Dodecanese island group.
Got my foul weather gear on.
Yeah.
Ready to do this.
Yeah, right.
Good job.
You want to give Dad a hug? Oh, thank
so
you.
nice.
Well, baby, as nice as this is, we're here, so we need to drop the anchor, okay? I understand that the bottom is real rocky here, so we'll have to work together to make sure we drop it in what looks like sand.
Okay. I think this is all sand, but it looks really deep.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull a Yui and then we'll anchor just to our right here. Okay, go ahead, drop. Wow, this is an awesome anchorage. What do you think, Isabella? You want to go to the beach? Look at all those rocks. Oh man, jackpot. It is really funny, like cruising with a baby her age.
Yeah.
This doesn't matter.
Yeah, just the rock quality.
She's like, oh my God, they're so smooth. It's so windy.
I know. Dig, 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 dig. See, Ozo's digging too.
It's still chilly. Like the air is starting to get warmer now that it's getting close to summer, or it is summer, but the water is not warm yet. Okay, sit down. Good job, baby.
Whew, well, I'm feeling a little morning sickness, so I'm just gonna hop in the water. Hope that makes me feel better.
Here, let me show you.
No, 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 no. Oh, there's Dad.
Oh, and Ozo's
And
here.
Ozo's here.
It's so funny that you came out. Man, what a nice day.
This is so nice.
Did that make you feel better?
Yeah.
Good.
I need to remember to just do that.
Little church.
I wonder what they use this church for.
I think it's like all the chapels we've seen in Greece where they like to put them in really beautiful, really remote places. Wow, this is very pleasant.
Yeah.
There's flowers and shade.
Pretty flower for the pretty baby.
Okay, so we're underway and we just motored around the southern end of the island, and we've got a really nice protected anchorage that we're gonna be in here very shortly. I think this will be the last stop for us here in Symi before we start kind of making our way across the Aegean.
Dropping.
Okay, so welcome to Panormitis, which is a really, really protected little bay and anchorage here on the south side of the island of Symi. This has been a really protected bay for a long time, right? A lot of these places that we go to, sailors have been using them for thousands of years. And so the main thing to see here is actually a monastery that is dedicated to the Archangel Michael, who is considered to be the protector of sailors and seafarers. So we are going to go on a pilgrimage to this monastery to ask Saint Michael to please protect us because we are seafarers. You're a seafaring baby.
Yay, good job.
Poor Oso is not very happy because I think the monastery doesn't allow dogs. Sorry, buddy.
This is good service, right, baby?
Kind of funny how like we have a really nice dinghy and like we find ourselves in the kayak, I feel like 70% of the time, you know? It's kind of like riding your bike to work.
Raise the impact. Whoa. Wow. Look, baby. Look at the angels and the stars.
Man, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's like very beautiful, but very subtle, you know?
Yeah. It's like a little garden mecca back here.
Yeah, so this is the museum, and it's interesting because it feels a little bit like the house of a hoarder. Someone who just like couldn't help but buy everything at every garage sale ever. So these are ivory tusks with really ornate engravings in it, so that's pretty cool.
It is like a hoarder's house.
What's going on, buddy?
Oh, I just all of a sudden felt faint. I don't know, I have like energy bursts, and I think if I push it through a time when I'm tired or something, I just get kind of shaky. So I think Jordan's gonna go to the monastery, and baby and I are gonna go sit at a cafe.
Okay, buddy, made it to the cafe. How you feeling?
Better. This is a really good sandwich, and this view is crazy. It looks made up. Yeah, it's crazy. I just have like energy bursts every day, and I feel really good for like an hour or two at a time. But then I get really tired, and if I don't like sit, I feel like kind of sick and shaky. I'm just like living in these weird highs and lows.
Yeah. What about you, baby? How you feeling? You feeling good because you got cookie?
Mm-hmm. I'm usually so health conscious about her food, but I've just been so sick lately that I'm like, here, have a cookie.
All right, well, I'm gonna hit up the church real quick. You good here? Do you wanna come with me?
You go on
Cafe
ahead.
is the spot. Yeah, nice. Okay, I'll be right back. So it's been really interesting getting to experience a lot of this Orthodox Christian artwork, like in Istanbul, throughout Greece, here. You know, where I'm from in the United States, especially California, like I never saw Christian artwork like this ever. I don't know, like there's this really dark element to it. And I feel like that more accurately represents reality and the human experience, which is being saved from something that can be really grim. And this concept of having something to like hope for or idolize that's sort of beyond all of the really kind of gnarly stuff that happens with humanity. I like that. Later that day, I took Oso and Isa for a walk, but unfortunately the microphone on the GoPro stopped working, so it didn't capture any audio, but we ended up having an incredible walk, stumbling upon an old windmill, as well as this old gun emplacement. And it actually seemed like it was still functional, which is crazy. Now, I've been told many times that you'll never forget the first time that your child operates an anti-ship artillery weapon, but I now know just how true that statement is. This walk was supposed to be just a regular run-of-the-mill walk to give Desiree a break and give Oso some exercise. And I feel like this is so typical of the sailing lifestyle. Sometimes we get to see world-famous travel destinations, but for the vast majority of the time, traveling by sailboat is all about getting to know the hidden parts of the world that no one's ever heard of. These places may not be on anyone's bucket list, but in a lot of ways, I think that makes them even more special.